Now, for most people, Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard is a four-lane road that takes them quickly from the south side of Panama City to points north. But for those of us old enough to remember, it used to be the main street for the predominantly African-American community of Glenwood, with a thriving business district. As News 13's Maggie McGuigan tells us, local author Myron Hines has brought back those memories of what it was like then when it was called Cove Boulevard in his book, Historical Journey Up Cove Boulevard.
Walking up Cove Boulevard in the 1950s brought a sense of liberation for the Bay County Black community. Cove Boulevard was lined with grocery stores, restaurants, churches, clubs, salons, and more.
Growing up here and walking down the street was a sense of freedom. You were free to roam anywhere you wanted to and come back without any sense of harm or danger. It was a sense of freedom.
Not only was it a one-stop shop, Glenwood was a safe haven.
It solidified the fact that black people who lived in the corridor and in this community could thrive and take care of themselves without the help of others.
Wilson Brothers Barbershop has been a staple here since 1946. But for many, it was more than a place for a haircut.
I had a lot of fun with people coming in, especially weekends, and just sitting around telling jokes and enjoying each other's company. A lot of folks used to just come to the barbershop sometimes just to meet people and enjoy each other's company.
Other Glenwood residents say their fondest memories took place in the old rec center.
I grew up there. I spent 5 days a week there. As soon as school was out, I would take off, and me and most of the kids in other communities. It was a happy place.
During segregation, the black-owned businesses thrived in Glenwood.
It was a black business district, almost like Wall Street, but not as big. But most of the businesses in that strip was owned by black people. They're no longer there now. Integration and population growth, I guess, changed things.
Integration changed the dynamic of the community. The societal growth hindered Glenwood. Then in the 90s, Cove Boulevard was widened and renamed Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
The widening of the boulevard, it took away quite a few of the businesses and people's homes at that point. They made quite a few changes within the area, but it had to be done really because of growth and change.
But before the widening project began, Hines photographed Cove Boulevard unchanged.
It was a sad time because our history was being disappeared. And this book brought back some of those memories.
His book, Historical Journey Up Cove Boulevard, inspired a project that's leading what officials are calling the Glenwood Renaissance.
We want to attract new businesses and homes and mixed-use development to the Martin Luther King Boulevard, and pausing to recognize what once there through the Historical Marker Project is in the spirit of Sankova, looking back while moving forward, and certainly evoking that spirit of the folk who put together businesses on the old Cove Boulevard, now MLK Boulevard.
The historical markers now line MLK Boulevard to highlight the legacy of the local businesses.
I was proud to see that happen. That as a way of keeping the memory alive that once a flourishing business stood there and people were proud to come to those businesses for service.
Longtime Glenwood residents are hopeful for the future of their beloved town.
There's discussion going on now about how it needs to look when it's rebuilt. And this center behind me being rebuilt is one of the biggest things that's going to happen to this community. And I, for one, am proud to be a product of Glenwood.
For Honoring Black History, I'm News 13's Maggie McGuigan.
If you'd like to learn more about the Glenwood community, Myron Hines will be speaking about his book at the Historical Society of Bay County meeting. That program is this Monday, February the 24th at 6 p.m. at the Bay County Public Library on West 11th Street.